What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Hoos. Thank you for joining me. It's that time again. PlayStation decided to announce that they're going to have a state of play Thursday, February 12th, 2026. And this one is shaping up to be a huge one. We're talking about over 60 minutes of time for this show. 60 minutes of gameplay, updates, and reveals from developers across the world. So today I want to break down realistic expectations of what we will see at the state of play, some of the things that the internet wants to see, and where expectations might need to be checked, but it's always good to hope. And for all my Kingdom Hearts fans like me out there, we'll be getting into that as well. To start off, let's talk about when and where the state of play is going to be. PlayStation is going to be having it on their official YouTube as well as their Twitch accounts. So that's where you want to check in to be able to watch this massive show. And then depending where you are, these will be the times they provided to reference when the show will be on for you. Me personally, I'm on the East Coast, so I'm gonna be tuning in for this one at 5 p.m. Eastern. So mark it on your calendars now, since it's coming up relatively soon. And just remember, it's not the usual quick 20 to 30 minute showcase. This one's a massive one, 60 minutes plus. So hopefully they have a lot to show that will excite everybody. Now, coming off of that last State of Play Japan that happened, expectations are mixed. The show had some solid moments in it, but it was smaller and leaner and also localized. So it was more regional based, specific Japan developers. So there wasn't too much shown off for that showcase. Now, as I mentioned, the upcoming one is going to feel a lot different. It's huger since that time run is that massive. Expect longer gameplay segments, updates on soon releasing games, and as well a lot fewer of those logo only announcements, and then updates on some of those upcoming titles that are about a year or two away. Sony doesn't tend to give us this much runtime unless they have something to show us, so expect a lot. Just hopefully it's what you want to see, but time will tell. So let's start talking about the most realistic expectations. One of the main ones that everyone's talking about on the internet that they expect to see, which I also expect to see, is Marvel's Wolverine. Insomniac's game is slated to come out sometime this year in 2026. The question is when. So maybe we'll get a release date. Who knows? But the main thing we haven't seen much of is actual gameplay. That hasn't been delved into much. This kind of showcase with that much runtime, it might have its own time blocked off to go into that deeply. So I expect to see that wholeheartedly. The extent of what we see, that's what's questionable. Will we get proper gameplay, story trailer, or again, that release window for the game? Now, if Wolverine isn't there, it's going to be definitely massive amounts of disappointment for people because it's a very highly anticipated game. Another game that is expected is most likely Soros. That one's slated very soon. So you would think they'll put out some information for that, or at least more gameplay for it, just to get the hype going for that game since it comes out relatively soon. House Marquee obviously wants to get that one started off strong. So giving us some good, deep gameplay will make it much more appealing and probably desirable when it does come out. Same also probably goes for Bungie's Marathon. That's another one that's been spoken of and also comes out relatively soon. So you want to see more gameplay of that just to make sure you build up the hype properly so people will just go out and actually spend their money to buy the game. So they're going to definitely want to try to keep the momentum going for both those games so they have fast starts when they do come out. As per usual, throughout most state of plays, you're going to have a bunch of spotlights on indie games throughout the whole showcase. Here and there between most of the major releases or major updates, they'll be sparsed in, and Sony does a good job mixing them in so that they're entertaining. And a lot of times there are some really good hits in there. So keep an eye on that. Make sure you enjoy what they show, and maybe one of them catches your attention and you play those. Following that, it's going to be a bunch of third-party heavy hitters. You can expect some, hopefully more than less. I want to see some good surprises, some good reveals, some that we know of, and some surprises that would actually steal the show and make it much more entertaining. So look out for that surprise action game, RPG, or first-person shooter, any of those kind of games. those will, again, if they're big enough, steal the show. Now that we're talking about surprises, to all my Kingdom Hearts fans, yes, it's that time again. Like every showcase that's happened prior, it's time to get our hopes up just for it to likely come crashing down. But we'll see. Time will tell. But I have a good feeling that we might see something, because it has been so dry these past few years. Like, it's absurdly dry that there got to be something. Like, you got to hope that something shows up. But we will see. I expect there to be something. I'm not betting anything on it. I promise you that. I'm not crazy in that sense. But it's got to be time, right? Got to be time for something. Now, it's coincidental that this is happening right after those rumors are starting to spread about a possible Kingdom Hearts 1 remake, Kingdom Hearts Relux. If that's credible, which again, that's a rumor. It's very dicey if that's anything realistic. So take that with a grain of salt. But if that is anything, this is that time that it could show up, or at least make a quick appearance and, get people's attention all of a sudden on the series. I don't know why the timing would make sense before Kingdom Hearts 4 comes out. I understand trying to build the hype, but the canon continuity kind of makes it a little questionable. But again, that's something I would want to make another video on. We'll talk about that at another point in time. But there's a chance for that. And obviously the elephant in the room, Kingdom Hearts 4. Ever since we got that announcement trailer back in 2022, nothing except for 7 screenshots as a mercy token for killing off Missing Link. So that's all we've had ever since that announcement. And Kingdom Hearts 3 is since 2019. It's been forever. It's been dry. Very little been given to us to at least satiate your Kingdom Hearts desires. But there's a chance that we might get something just to be like a PR move, trying to make sure they don't lose their fan base, because it's getting tough out here for a Kingdom Hearts fan. Very, very tough. But we'll see what happens there. There's a chance. I obviously wouldn't bet nothing on it, like I mentioned, but can always hope. Get on that hopium, but hope responsibly. On a similar avenue, I would also wonder if there's going to be Final Fantasy VII at all during this, the third part of the remake. Now, if they do anything, I don't expect much. What I do expect possibly, though, if they do anything Final Fantasy VII, would be at least a title reveal, because I know that they have decided what they're going to title it. They just haven't revealed it. With this game anticipated to come out in 2027, you would think at least the title will be released relatively soon. Will they actually show any gameplay, any story? Who knows? It might be this might be one of those few quick things that happen during a showcase. Now, quick wish list that I've seen compiled from like online sources that would genuinely shock people would be something that involves like a God of War sequel or edition to come out, and something just unexpected from a major PlayStation studio. If anything like that comes up, that would be great. Or a surprise remake or a revival of a series. Now, those kind of moments are what make a good state of play become legendary, like one that's memorable and enjoyable to the utmost. However, that is not a guarantee. You can always hope, but again, hope responsibly. So just a quick reality check, just make sure you understand that there is a good probability of strong gameplay for upcoming titles. Bunch of solid updates, at least for a significant amount of the games shown off. There's going to be a surprise or two. Just hopefully something significant, something you desire. It'll be better for you or not. We'll find out. And then not every dream announcement you expect will come, but hopefully there's going to be a gem or two that you're not expecting that you'll be able to get out of it. Now, if you go into this showcase expecting like Wolverine gameplay or a third-party reveal or a few cool indie games, you'll probably be leaving out of this game state of play, in good shape, good feels. You'll enjoy it and be happy. If you go in expecting games like Bloodborne, Kingdom Hearts 4, like me, God of War, some of these other big name console games that hasn't had much information released, you might be setting yourself up. But again, just make sure you're ready for it. and you should be fine. But you can always hope, like I said. So let me know, what do you want to see? What's the game that you're expecting, or what's the game you desire to see at this state of play? Drop it in the comments down below. If you're riding that Wolverine hype train, let me know. I'm curious to see how many people are actually being cautiously optimistic or fully inhaling the Kingdom Hearts hopium for KH4. But that's going to be interesting to see. But we'll see when the state of play comes around on Thursday. If you enjoy these, like, subscribe, really helps out the channel. Once the show is done, I will try to get back as quickly as possible with full reaction and breakdowns of what we see in the showcase. But until then, manage expectations, stay excited, be blessed.